largely hidden from public statistics. Even for every case that is reported, let alone a case like attempting to report and being thwarted and even reporting the case, only 1 in 5 is reported. So there's a lot of hiding of this because families are ashamed. You know, they don't want to know that because a large number of the abusers are within the family, and they feel it will bring shame to their family name. Well, that's where we have to take the courage, like Betty Ford, and come out with our personal challenges and, you know, advocate for others and be an example for others and help protect those. If you see something like that happening, where an elder, if you have any suspicion of it at all, I have a number of resources here with me with phone numbers and things like that. And I must tell you, it's still the same thing. You should be, if you suspect elder abuse or any kind of harm coming to elders or neglect of themselves or through their caregivers or a person taking advantage of them, you should report it. And there's the usual avenues are calling 911, calling the police, calling Adult Protective Services. But there's also now coming out some 800 numbers and some other information where you can get help personally. And I will give you, any of you, my personal cellular number, and if you find someone that is or need any help, I dedicate that I will personally call you back and give you support and advice. I will do that. And the people that are over 80, that's why I asked, do you know anyone that's over 80? People over 77 are, they've outlived the usual lifespan. But guess what? That makes them up to 3 times more susceptible to these kind of not so pleasant ends of life, you know, and things like that. So I wish for all of you in these beautiful, precious, and those that you love and care for, to spend your remaining days in joy, surrounded by supportive people that love you, and a beautiful community like we have here in Topanga that will provide that support. And so with that, I would like to open the floor to any questions and ask that you join with me in supporting enforcement of the various laws that have been put into place to protect us all. Protect us all. If I'm fortunate enough to live longer, and you know, this can only benefit me, my children, future generations. Right. So we should have the support. The governor has given every indication of supporting our. Well, Los Angeles is tough because there's you know, money talks, but your votes count also. The older population, your votes count. So when the governor and the attorney general see that elders and seniors are out to protect themselves, and then they will take action. Because votes, what's more valuable than a vote to them, right? That's right. So through the media, we hope to get media exposure for this, and I hope to get on some of the radio talk shows to also further this, because I was reading about activities And second to walking as an activity for seniors. Listening to talk radio is a very avid activity. So I hope to, this is the groundbreaking here, by the way. This is my first effort, other than the speaking before these array of justices and cadre of officials that are there to protect you. You are the first group that I'm speaking before, and I sincerely appreciate the opportunity that Topanga's community has offered me as a member of the community as well. Was someone asking a question here?
Well, we appreciate your coming here.
We think everything is closure with us because we went to a wonderful recommended attorney and his office.
Good.
Living trust and so forth.
Excellent. Excellent. The Los Angeles Times article, if anyone wants to have any other resources, they have such things as what a revocable, irrevocable trust. I had to learn this whole other language, legal language, to understand all this. But there are certain procedures that you can take, legal procedures to protect yourself. But I must tell you that even with my mother-in-law's and father-in-law's estate planning was perfect. This should have never happened, but it did. So, you know, they spent a lot of money with estate planning and putting things into place, but the system with these guardians for profit overran that. And this is Los Angeles, but I'm sure it happens in many other, you know, besides Los Angeles County. I'm sure it's happening in Florida. I'm sure it's happening in New York. I'm sure it's happening, you know, for this beautiful generation that has literally saved the world. They deserve to have the safety and protection of their own lives, which in her case, her life was taken. And I think that should be more appreciation for life in your older years, because life becomes so sweet and precious. Each day is very precious to all of us. And we should be able to enjoy those days to our best of our capabilities without it being cut short, or our future generations, the funding or wherever, or to charity, or wherever we want to put our estates, that should be done according to our wishes. And why should these people run amok amongst the elders, robbing them and basically murdering them for their money? It's a terrible tragedy, and we can make a difference. My mother-in-law was murdered, and her estate defrauded of over $1 million. This was, sadly, it had to go to another state where my husband's a long-term Topangan. For many years, he was the spirit of Topanga in the parade and such, and he comes nearly annually here to play the electric violin and viola with the Topanga Symphony, and he will be here in May for my next talk, and he perhaps can entertain you. Both my daughters are here in California now, and I'm living here at least half time, if not more. But we had to take it. I'm telling you, we went to police, and we went to all the authorities. And because these guardians for profit have so much power and so much money, that we were unable to get her case processed through the criminal justice system here in California.